Yeah, I thought, it was a good win and beat a quality team. I think Northern Colorado, when they get in league play in the Big Sky, they're gonna win a lot of games. They've got some good players, and they're still finding themselves a little bit. But I thought we were really efficient tonight, both offensively. We shot over 50%. We haven't done that, I don't think, all year. And defensively, I thought we did a good job with our ball screen coverages because Northern Colorado is a good ball screen team. They're a good driving team. They're a good three-point shooting team. And I thought we did a really good job defensively against them. And they create some problems. Bodie Hume is a good player. I thought we did a pretty good job on him tonight. Even though we held him to 11, he's a heck of a player. So overall, an efficient game. I thought McKinley was terrific. He had 7 assists, 1 turnover, and he should have had 8 assists and 0 turnovers because the turnover came late there on a pick and roll with Evan. That was a pretty simple play, I thought. But 7 assists, 1 turnover. We'll take that every night. And our 2 starting post guys, which we've tried to establish them, at the beginning of every game, South Dakota, K-State, and Tennessee. But tonight, to have them be 9 for 13 combined. When that happens, we're going to be good offensively because we got some guys that can stretch the defense and make shots. And I thought everybody that played, had some really good things that we can build upon. And so overall, I'm pretty pleased.
All right, first question from Justin Guerrero.
Tad, just when you were doing your scouting report on these guys, what about the Bears made you want to come out in the press tonight? And how much do you think just kind of getting up in their face early just set the tone for you guys as the game went on?
Yeah, I don't know. We really pressed them one time out of a timeout. We just wanted to pick up full court, Justin, and wear them down because I felt like our big advantage on Northern Colorado was our depth. And if we could get into our, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th man on the bench, the advantage would be ours. We wanted the pace to be up and down. There was a period in the second half where the whistle didn't blow for about 3.5 minutes, and they got really, really tired. And we did too, but we fought through it, and I think Eli got a bucket out of it in transition finally. We made some bonehead plays in transition during that time because of fatigue. But I think the biggest thing, Justin, was we wanted to wear them down, wear their guards down, and they brought it up with a different guy. They usually bring it up with Maston, and we were going to have Eli hawk him because Eli's so good, guarding the ball full court. We got to have other guys, whether it's Deshaun, whether it's Maddox, whoever it might be, pick up full and wear people down. Because, again, I think our depth is a positive thing for this team.
Next up, Pat Rooney.
Coach, you've mentioned the depth a couple times. How much of a relief was it to have everybody available for this?
Yeah, it's first time we've had all hands on deck, Pat, and I think you saw the result, and great to have Eli and Luke back. It's great to have Deshaun back because when we've got all hands on deck and we play unselfishly and play for each other and sacrifice for each other, this team's got a chance to be pretty special.
All right, next question, Hart Pisani.
You talked about Bodie Hume. He was coming off back-to-back 20-point games, really well shooting. You held him to 4 of 11 shooting. You held the whole team to, I think, 28% after they made 59 against Regis. Just talk to me about what specifically you were able to do on defense to slow Bodie Hume and the rest of the team down as well.
We started out switching ball screens, and I thought that helped us because, again, I think UNC is such a good ball screen offense team that when you get into rotations, you can lose guys like Bodie, and he can get open looks, and he got a couple of them open. But I thought the switching was good. And they started trying to expose us on drives as well as post-ups against our guards. And the second half we didn't switch the whole half. We adjusted a little bit in the first part of the second half and then went back to the switching there late. So I thought our ball screen defense was the key to holding them to 28% and not letting them get going from 3. We got that lead in the second half. We talked about the fact that the only way they're going to get back in this game is with 3-point jump shots, and we had to take those away, and we did for the most part.
All right, next up, Neil Welk.
Hey, Tad, with about 4 or 5 minutes left, you guys are up by 24 or 25 points, and you're on the bench drawing up a play like it was a tie ball game. is every one of the minutes of these games more important than the normal non-conference type of stuff?
Absolutely, Neil, and especially for our young players, because we've got some freshmen that are just learning the game, at the Division I level. And in a normal year, you have 31 games. This year, we know the max we can have is 27, and 20 of them are going to be league games, which are just going to be bloodbaths. So this game, the game against Omaha, are the games we got to take advantage of every minute, especially when those freshmen are in there late. It's not garbage time. It's time to get better. It's time to, play unselfishly and play the right way. And I thought, for the most part, our guys did a really good job of that down the stretch. I mean, Alex Strading, got a ball, passed to him on a pick and roll, and he made a heck of a pass to Luke O'Brien in the corner. Good looking shot, good looking pass. We missed the shot, but it was the right play to make and the right shot to take. So, yeah, we wanted to make sure we take advantage of every minute that we have, because you don't get as many of these opportunities that you would normally get in a normal year.
Jake Shapiro.
Hey, Tad, if you wouldn't mind just speaking a little bit more towards Eli Parquet. It just seems like every time he's on the floor this season, he's been impactful in so many facets of the game. He's been efficient. He's been hustling. He's just been doing so many little things. What have you seen?
Well, I see exactly what you're saying there, Jake. I mean, he's taken on his role as a defensive stopper. He's embracing that, but he also is a guy who's trying to make the right play offensively, and he's taken what the defense gives him. And I think that's the biggest thing about Eli is he just, for him, he just doesn't need to try to do too much. Just take what gives him. His jump shots will find him. We want him to run hard in transition. We want him to attack the rim off the bounce because he's a strong, athletic guy. And, I thought he's playing, making great decisions. A guy that nobody's going to look at when they look at the stat sheet is Tristan Da Silva. And I think, to me, Tristan and Eli are a lot alike in the sense that, the numbers don't pop off the page at you, but they just make simple, easy plays, and that's what Eli's got to keep doing for us and guarding his tail off. So it's good to have him back, because him and Keyshawn and McKinley now can let it all hang out, and that's what we need to have happen to wear people down.
All right, a couple more here. Hart Prasani next.
So, Coach, obviously we could talk every night about how good McKinley is. I mean, it was 8 for 10 tonight, but Dallas 4 for 6, Evan 5 for 7, Eli 3 for 5. It was like everybody on the team was kind of just hitting shots tonight. Talk to me about how key it is when all of your guys are making their shots. I mean, how good this team could be.
We got a chance to be really good, Hart. There's no doubt about it. And, the one thing that's a little disappointing to me, we had 32 baskets and only 16 assists. I thought this could have been, the way we shot the ball tonight, should have been a 20-plus assist game. So I got to watch the film and see if we're dribbling it too much or a little bit too much one-on-one. I don't have a feel for that right now. But I thought we established ourselves inside. Evan, when he gets an angle on people, is really good. I thought Dallas, that trail three he hit in the second half was a great shot. I want him taking that shot. I thought he took a tough shot before that on the baseline, kind of rushed and hurried and wasn't in the flow of things, and it didn't go in. It's funny how that happens when you take good shots. Good shooters, they usually go in. So we've got a lot of guys that can stretch the defense. Jariah, Deshaun. Maddox Daniels didn't even take a three tonight, but he was 3 for 6 and very efficient in his minutes. I thought, again, I'm really pleased with everybody that played tonight, and we can still get better, because the 10 turnovers in the second half is a little bit of carelessness that we've got to clean up. We can't have that, and we can't get careless with the ball, because we only had 4 in the first half. This should have been a single turnover game for this team, but it wasn't. So that's something we can talk about and get better at.
Pat Rooney.
Coach, you've only played once in about 2 weeks coming into tonight, and now you've got a quick turnaround before Wednesday afternoon. I know you started the season out like that, but after this lull, what's the challenge of kind of rebooting quickly here?
Well, the players love it, Pat. They only have to practice once and before they play, and they know it's not going to be a real hard, grueling practice, so they love it. I do think we really got better, even though we were in finals, and finals is always a tricky time as a coach and your players because they got a lot of stress, they got a lot of time away from the court where they're obviously studying and taking tests and doing papers and projects. So I thought we really got better in the practices we did have. We didn't go very long, but when we went hard and crisp, and we really worked on our transition offense, and I thought we did some really good things with that tonight. We got to continue to build on. And the biggest thing I keep harping to these guys about is, number one, sacrifice. Some guys are going to have to sacrifice minutes, and also don't count the time you're on the floor. Make the time count. And we cannot have guys pacing themselves. And if we do that, we can wear teams down like we did tonight.
All right, one more time around. Anything for Coach, guys? Are we good? All right, thanks, Coach. Appreciate the time and
Okay.
good win tonight.
All right, thanks, guys.